Maria Cecilia, nice to see you here. Seema, Usha, Seema again. Okay, namaste. Subbu Lakshmi, okay, that's the first time I see your name. Good evening, that's right. Good evening in whatever part of the country you are. Good morning from the US. Good afternoon for Europe. Good morning, good evening, late evening for Asia. Okay, now here's a Spanish translation. Okay, I like it. It's simpler now. You just have the Zoom ID and then the code, código. Okay, Karina, Alexandra, good morning. Andrea, good morning. Vinita Varvara Kushbu. I hope I pronounce your names properly, right? If not, pardon me. Jayesh Kumar Ektagama. I saw that. I saw you already. Sangeeta. Oh, Ramalakshmi, you have a lot of greetings. Thank you. Thank you for so many emoticons. Gary, nice to see you again from UK. UK is about 5 hours, so 2 o'clock, I believe. Melanie, nice to see you. Grenadith, Philippines. Thank you, Sindhu. Camila, good to see you. Brazil. Brazil is here. So I don't know if you need translation for Brazil. Hey, Michael, good to see you. I missed the first part, Michael. Now I see you. A lot of different colored hearts. Let me put the Portuguese translation. I'm not sure. I know Camila, you speak English well, but just to make sure, there's a Margarita, good morning. Okay. So a lot of you coming. Thank you for greeting. Thank you. This is a big improvement. You're now putting who you are. I know who you are. You're not just a Facebook user. You're getting the hang of it, and you're connected. You know how to connect already to StreamYard. Thank you. Yeah, I see more names now. That's why I'm saying good morning, Glenda. Good morning, because before it's a lot of Facebook user. Good morning, Facebook user, and anyway, it's good. When I say good morning, Facebook user, I rather say good morning to all of you. Okay, Yamini, yes, I know you. Iyara, good morning. Paloma, I see you. It's a little hot. It's summer. It's a little hot in New Jersey now. Unlike before, you see me in jacket. Okay, Facebook user, say good morning. Happy day for everyone. Okay, Debanjan. All right, I have a question for you before I start. Michael again. Erica, nice to see you. I have a question for you. This is the third week we're doing forgiveness to that person, that one person who, like, the biggest person who twists your patience, who pokes your patience, who activates your, what do you call this, annoyance button. We'll say not anger. We'll say annoyance only, right? like just telling the story about this person, getting the name, or you see him or her in the mall or somewhere, you already like solar plexus already boiling. Okay, that person that we've forgiven for the past 2 sessions, what I want you to do is just simply, just now, before we do the meditation, close your eyes and assess, when you think of this person, see the person in front of you, even just visualization, not even physically in front of you. How strong is the reaction towards that person? Like, ugh, some people, I could strangle this guy, I could strangle him, or her. Great. If 10 is the worst situation, that, oh my gosh, don't even mention his name to me or her name to me, okay? And 1 being almost gone, I hear the name, I tell the story. Yes, there's a little butterfly there, but not really like my whole being stimulated at all this annoyance. Okay, close your eyes and 5 being so, it was 10, and then it's better at 5. I need to work more on this person because we have 2 sessions. I want to make sure um, from 10 at least goes to 6, from 6 at least goes to 3 or 2. If you're already on the 4 or 3, at least I want it to go to 1, 1.5. Okay. So assess yourself. How, some could be you're still living with them. Some could be living, not your husband, not your wife, not your kids, but in-laws staying in your house or a co-worker. And every time you go to work, it's just like, it really pushes or a button. Okay. So think of that person and rate your number. Give a number to your whatever, anger, annoyed, frustrated, disgusted, okay, whatever feeling you have over that person. It could be anger, could be like, oh my gosh, like, yeah. Some people said, don't even mention his name to me. They have that reaction right away when I say, how's this person? Okay, good, good, good. 6 out of 10, 6, 4. When you say my back heart is still pain when imagining, I want you to rate that number. Don't describe it to me. I want a number only. Okay. Okay. Only one. Paloma is 1 already. That's very good. Anita 4. Okay. If you hear me, I would love to get a survey. I want to get a survey of where you are at now. And if you've been attending my forgiveness, I don't know, since April 8th, I believe, or April 19th, I started April 8th, one-time deal, and I decided I'll do it every week. So April 19th, we started every week. And if you've been attending, you can say I was on a 10 or even a 12. Some people even exceed the 10 that I give. And right now, from 10 when I started, even goes to 8, I'm happy, or 10 to 6. I want you to rate yourself. When you started, if you just started now, this is your starting point. But when you've been attending my session and at the beginning you're either 8, 9, or 10, and then now you're just 4, 5, 6, let me know this to this, okay? 3.5. Michael, you're making me laugh. You're so exact. 3.5 to 4.3. That's a nice range. That's so mathematical. You have a mathematical mind. Okay, Michael, I don't know if you've been attending since the beginning. Is that the now or the then? From 10 to 4, very good, thank you. From 10 to 8, I'm happy. Even it's a notch down, I'm happy already. 9 and I'm at 4, very good. 10 to, what's W? Facebook user, what's W? No sé, it's not even Spanish, right? W. I don't know what's W. Um, 8 to 5, 8 to 4 or less. 10 to 5, that's half, that's huge. 10 to 5 is huge. 8 to 4, that's half also. 8 to 5, and you're copying Gary, you're copying Michael. 5.5, all right, I like it. Not quite 5, somewhat on 5. 10 to 5, that's half. 8 to 0, Facebook user, that's huge. 8 is a high level of like pain. And to become 0, I'm so happy for you. I know. Can you identify yourself? Can you just give me the name who is hiding? And I know you're not hiding under the Facebook username. What's your name? The 8 to 0, 8 to 4. Wait a minute. What's it? Is it 3 to 10 de Banjan or 3/10? Because 3 out of 10. What do you mean by 310? 3.10, not quite 4. 7 to 2, that's huge. Margarita, thank you for sharing. 8 to 5, then I saw that. Okay, am I missing something? Devanjan, tell me what's 3 to 10. Is it 3 out of 10? 3.10? Oh, okay. I was asking, you were here at the beginning, Devanjan, and I remember your name. And also, who's the other one? Okay, got it. Sonali, maybe this is your way. Said 15 out of 10. That means she's more than 10. Is like way, way, way up there. You're labeling 10 is the most. I'm more than the 10. So I think that's what you mean, okay? So 15 is a very high number. From 15, she passed the boundary down to 6. That's huge. That's very big, okay? 10 to 4 of self, okay? 2, very good. 8 to 0, and okay, thank you, Carolina. You're the one who's 8 to 0. I can see her name. Uh, good. If you see her name, for me, it's just Facebook user now. I believe you're the one who says 8 to 0, which is Carolina Ross. Okay. Please, girls, what is the question? Okay, you just came. I want you to assess yourself before we do another meditation. If you were attending my meditation from the get-go or in the middle or maybe 2 weeks ago or even last week, how was your level of hurt, pain, or like anger or hatred towards this person, or annoyance or frustration, however you label this person, your chosen subject today? We started, I believe, 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago. 1, 2. This is the third session we're gonna be doing for this chosen one that gives us the most test on our patience, the most lesson. Okay, so that's what I'm asking now. What was your level of hurt or pain, of sorrow, whatever, misery, anger, before and then now before we start? Some said 10 to 5, 8 to 4, 10 to 8, okay, down to 1. 10 to 2, that's huge, okay? 10 to 4, 4 to 2. Okay, my goal is at least for you to go to 0 or 1. Okay, so even if tell me a story about your lover or your ex-husband, or so when I ask you that, you can just tell it plainly to me. Oh, yeah, we were married, we were in love, I had kids, and then he became different, and then we had this marital, discussion and all, and then we divorced. Like you can just tell your story like nothing, instead of being so still in pain, in tears, and all your solar plexus to be activated. I don't want you to go to that each time you think of this person. That's why I'm asking. Okay, 10 out of 10. All right. Are you just starting? Is it your first time, or you've attended a few sessions and still 10 up until now? Kaveri, I'm sorry if I said Kaveri. Kaveri, are you a new attendee? Are you meaning that you started with 10 and until now it's still 10? It was huge. Now it's 3. Oh, very good. Okay. Okay. Illustration. Oh, okay. You mean this to this? Okay. Down to 1. Okay. Ama naman si Sam. 83. Okay. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I'm going to teach you. Well, we did this last week. Remember last week you were facing this subject, and then okay, tell her, him. You know, this is not strictly for women, so I keep on saying him. I have to say, I just started. Okay, Kaveri. So you have 2 sessions. Well, not really. You can have more, because our focus now is to think of that person, that number 10 that you told me, that person. We have chosen We have chosen a subject for a month, right? So now our chosen is the one that gives the most. Like, ugh, I'm so upset with this person. I'm so angry. I so hate, upset, disappointed, frustrated. I don't like to. I hate to. I'm so angered, or I'm angry. I hate. Okay, all right. Yeah, I know you, but you're new here. Okay. I have more pain. What do you mean more pain? Ramalakshmi, you mean you were an 8 before and then now it's 10? It even increased? Ramalakshmi, can you explain to me when you have more pain? 10 out of 10. I know you've been attending this. I remember your comment for a while. Can you explain what's 10 out of 10? Did you start with a 10 and then now more? Huh? Can you tell me? You don't have to give me emoticons, all these hearts, all this namaste. I remember you're always the one who gives me all these flowers and everything. So quickly type, what do you mean by more pain? Did it add more pain by us forgiving for the past 2 sessions? No, Ramalakshmi. Don't give me 4 numbers. Don't give me 2 numbers. Don't give me the slash. It's confusing. 10/4 and 4/10. I don't know what you mean by that. All I want is one number. Out of 10, we already know 10 is the benchmark. 10. Okay, out of 10. Just give me a number. I'm at a 4. I'm angry. I'm still hurt. Maybe I'm not angry, but I still feel the hurt. Whenever I think of the event, I'm still hurting. Okay, that's a 4. Just put 4. Okay. Now Ramalakshmi. Now it is a 3. So now what you mean is before it was 10. Okay. Not 10 over 10. It was 10. There was more before. Now you're talking about before. Okay, thank you. Because I will have to change my strategy if you have more pain now, instead of me removing that pain or that anger, and then it's gonna be more than I must be doing something wrong. Okay, thank you for clarifying. 10/8. Okay. All right. So I got it. I got a picture of you. So moving forward, not after this person, the special chosen person that you have, moving forward, when you're seeing this person in front of you, oh, you're attending for the first time, Melanie, but I remember you in my online. Okay, good. I know you, but I didn't know you first timer. Okay, so looking at this person in front of you, talking to this person, it already like, so sometimes you cannot talk. Let's say it's your husband now or your wife. You cannot talk decently. There's no communication because when one starts, you already explode. And from one small thing, it goes wild. It goes to, you did this, you never did this. Oh, before, remember that time. So you're in that mode that you can really stand this person, right? And you had so many fights at home or at work. And whenever you think of this person, it brings you back all these not so happy events in your life, right? So then now, even you're divorced already, separated, you're not working anymore for that company, you have a different boss, but we say, oh, how was your job before? Tell me about your line of job. And then you recall your boss, and you again bring back that feeling, okay? Okay, the feelings are like Rusty, no longer intense, but doesn't seem to have completely gone. It's been like this for a while. What does one word for that? That's why I'm asking you, I'm getting a survey from you. And this is what I'm going to teach you now, okay? More or less. Like what we did last week. We were talking, and what I asked you last week, for those who were not here, a lot of you are new, we talked and we expressed our pain to this person. What made you mad? What made you angry? What made you upset? What hurt you? So I asked them to speak from the heart, not from the solar plexus. You. I don't want that. Just expressing. Sometimes our emotions are bottled up until you're like a volcano. You will just explode. So for you to not explode if you haven't expressed how you feel, because your tendency in expressing your emotions is through anger, and then which stimulates the anger on the other side, or they express anger to you, and you can easily boomerang back that anger to them, right? Because you're all bottled up. You don't express exactly how you feel. If you now in the live, meaning when you're face to face with your husband or wife, or your mother or father, or whoever you're having issues with, when you're in front, when you're expressing, come from your heart. Honey, I was hurt when you shouted at me. I really want our relationship to work. But don't say all the time. You say this all the time. Use Avoid using always and never. You never kiss me. You never love me. You always shout at me. You always. It's not true that it's always. It's not true that's never. So when you tell me you always do this, what do you mean? What do you mean? Okay. So when you express, don't go to that. You always don't. You always end the negative. You never end the negative. Okay. I know, honey, you've loved me and we love each other. And I just want to express my feelings that I'm hurt each time you yell at me. Each time, not all the time you yell at me, you're not saying, just say the feeling, I'm hurt. I'm hurt each time you yell at me. And if you embarrass me in front of our friends, you say these words, I really get hurt. So my only request is for you not to do that in front of my friends. Like like from the heart, like show that you're a vulnerable person, you got hurt. Okay, you're not there to blame, to throw arrows. So this is what we did last week. I hope that's what you did. That's why I guided you. You express every feeling, every whatever you feel, right? And then this is first person, second person. You are the first person, the second person. You talk. And while you're visualizing, you're speaking to that person from your heart. All the you get bottled up, so you feel lighter when you express your pain, your sorrow, your misery, your hurt, whatever it is, right? And then after that, I made you go up. Remember, go up 500 feet, 600 feet, 1,000 feet, 2,000 feet. Doesn't matter how high. That is just so little. You and your partner, whoever this person is, you're too tiny, like a lot, like a matchbox, like a Lego figure, small. You're up there, and you just looking at the two of you interacting. That's one. And then looking at your partner, at the other person's point of view. You've already expressed your point of view. You already said what hurt you, what you wish they don't do to you. You already tell your whole story from the past to this person. Now I want you to look at the other side story, right? That's what we did last time. We're not looking for a reason. It's not like we're justifying that they did this and it is right, because we just want to understand them as you wish to be understood by speaking whatever you feel is. So they also have a story. They all also have a story why they're like that, right? And the example if I remember right, when I was guiding you, maybe that person was abused when he was growing up. Maybe he or she was not brought up in a happy family environment. Maybe life was hard on them when they were growing. Maybe they have an inner child that was not healed. Maybe they're so insecure about themselves. They're so, lack of self-esteem, lack of confidence, lack of, insecurity issues, that they show that they're powerful by being angry, by being macho. Or maybe it's a culture upbringing. Maybe they're modeling their parents are the same. So that's what you're looking at. I mean, because you're there, you're not really in the conscious mind, you're in the in the ether, you're in the imaginary world. You'll be given bits and pieces of why your partner, why your boss, why your best friend, that third sour friend acted that way become that way, who they're acting, either you classify as bad, immoral, non-virtuous. Why are you finding? And then when you see their story, that okay, not don't really have love in their life, don't really have any family, the parents did not express love or whatever, or they were he or she was adopted, and never felt the real family, and felt rejected by the biological mother, although they won't admit it. Maybe that's what's inside. Okay, so that's what you call a third. Yeah, exactly. Even a narcissist, they have a reason. Narcissists, they're so insecure. They're so insecure. Okay, that's what we're talking about. So they have, the reason why they're acting, their behavior is like that is because of previous programming from the family, from the culture, from whatever exposure they have. Okay, maybe their parents are narcissists too, or the mother is also narcissist. Okay, so that's why they don't have that. But know that each one of us are in a different spiritual development. As my teacher, Master Cho, says, some are young souls and some are mature souls. You cannot expect young souls to act like an adult. Like you cannot expect your kid, a 2, 3, 4, 5 year old, 7 year old, 8, 10 years old. They are kids to act like you, like adults. Like sometimes we're so strict with our kids that you expect them to act like us when they're still young. So there are souls who are young and you cannot expect them. You who know better, or maybe you think you know better, you think you know smarter. That's why you're so impatient with other people. There's so many things happening here. So that's what I want you to look at from above. See the point of view of the other side, change your perspective. The way why we're doing this, you're changing the perspective about this person. So it's, so we're looking at how they're acting, why they're acting that way, so you don't see yourself as the victim, as the loser, or whatever you call it, right? That why do I deserve this, whatever. So it's not about you, it's about also that person having their own issues. Okay, and then when you look at from the third person's point of view, it's like changing your frame. I'm looking at a different frame. This is my frame of mind. I'm changing frames to see from a different lens, different frame, different perspective. Okay, so I want you to practice that. We're gonna do it again somehow, this meditation, but in after this meditation, we're separate already. You're doing on your own. Here you are again, your coworker, your boss, domineering, telling you you're not that smart, whatever, and yelling at you, and it will activate again, right? Or your husband, wife, you go home, where did you go again? Jealous. You might have a jealous husband, a sign of super insecure person. If they're jealous, they have no, they don't believe in themselves. That's why they're lashing out on you, because they're so insecure. It's not about you, they're so insecure, right? So when they're like this, the insecurity is coming out. They're the way they show they're macho, that they're superior sex, they're male or you're female. When they act that way, know that they're acting from their patterns, from their behavior, from their programming. That's why they're acting that way. So when they're acting that way, even though they're in front of you, you go up as if you're just observing the two of you fighting. The two of you fighting. So you're not affected so much. So you're not gonna accept all these bows and arrows directed at you through his or her anger. Because anger are like arrows on your aura. You have a bright aura, hopefully solid aura, no holes, no kinks. That's what good health is all about. And when they shout at you, or you shout at them, you create so many holes in each other's aura. And then, like a balloon that pops, you can start deflating. start deflating, and then you feel horrible, and you feel you have no energy, you feel drained after the anger. Imagine shooting at each other. It's not healthy. So when he's shooting at you, whatever, either .45 caliber or bow and arrow or dagger, whatever is shooting at you, depends on how intense the anger, intense the fight is. To protect yourself is for own your protection, for your own protection. Right away, go to that mode. It's not as easy because if you like take it personally and here he is again. I could stand here right here. I could, if I have a knife, I could stab you. If you go to that mode, you engage in his anger energy. If you engage in his anger energy, you can easily be popped, the punctured by his arrows. Okay, to maintain your nice bubble of light around you, the protective light. Right away, to go to that mode. Go up and observe the two of you as if there's an observer watching you. You're in your bedroom, you're in your living room, your own house. You think there's no one there. You think there's no one who hears, but someone's observing. It's you. Just with that, you're not engaged. You're not part of this merging of anger energies. Because you're not reacting. This and then you're not reacting. You keep it cool. I know it's not nice. They're not saying nice things about you, saying you never do this. He is at the same pattern. You never do this. You always this. Why are you where you are? Who are you with? Whatever. It's jealousy or blaming, whatever. So you don't listen to that. You hear it, but you don't listen. You don't keep it in. And then you go out, not affected. You're very just objective about it, not subjective, not involved emotionally. You're up. They can shout and shout as long as they don't abuse you physically, okay? If they abuse you physically, run. What I mean is what is just nagging, shouting, humiliating, degrading words. Go up and look at, just observe. When you're in that mode, the arrows won't hit you because you're not engaging in that low vibration. Low, this is like low vibration. When you go up, you're there, your vibration remains the same. So that's what, that way they could be angry at you. They will be very drained, but you preserve your energy. Okay. And after observing yourself, observing you as observer, you just pity him because he's damaging himself or herself. He's destroying himself. He has no clue he's damaging himself. And you keep your cool, you're fine. But so that way, say, I forgive you. I wish you peace. I wish you love. So you bless him because we have mercy and compassion. We don't want to ruin our loved ones. We don't want them to be destroyed. So while he's hurting himself, sending arrows to himself because you're not affected, it goes back to him. When it's not hitting you, it boomerangs back to him 10 times stronger. Yes, yes, that's why we did the self forgiveness. Okay, if you're the abuser, then you ask for self forgiveness and still see when you were abusing someone in the past. If you're the one who's very harsh, is very dominating, who's jealous, who's shouting, who's screaming, who's yelling, who loses it, then you can see yourself also. Have pity on yourself. Have compassion on yourself. You can use this technique both ways. Okay, so right now that's what we're going to be doing, practicing the face to face, going out, face to face, going out, so you know when to use this technique and when to be there present. Oh, they're loving, they're sweet, okay, be there for them. They're angry again, going back to the past, go out and observe and see how what each one of you brought you to that situation. Just before they got angry at you, what happened? Go to that. Just before they abuse you, just before they go back to that point. Okay, so you see the whole event. Oh, this is the same pattern each time. When I ask him where he went, he doesn't like it. He doesn't like, I'm jealous. Same way when he asked me where I went, why it took me long. Oh, that's the precursor of most of our fights. I'm just giving this example. Okay, so you understand. This is what we're going to practice now. Learn how to be an observer, and it's so easy to forgive, to bless this person. Okay, close your eyes now. For the recording, we'll just do well, it's up to them. Okay, it's all recorded. Close your eyes now. First, we will ask help from the gods, from the angels, okay, to the divine God, Father God, Mother God. I'll invoke for my spiritual teacher, Master Chogaksui, and his teacher, Lord Mahalaji Miling, and to all the spiritual teachers, spiritual helpers, to all the angelic beings, especially to the angel of forgiveness, angel of love, angel of mercy and compassion, angel of reconciliation, angel of peace, angel of happiness, prosperity, spirituality, angel of harmony, angel of relationships, and angel of gratitude, and to all the healing angels, healing ministers, to all the great, great ones, to my higher soul, to my divine spark. We humbly invoke for your divine presence as I do the forgiveness, love, and gratitude meditation with, say the name of this person, the chosen one. We invoke for divine presence, divine love, divine peace, divine joy, divine forgiveness, divine reconciliation, divine mercy and compassion, and divine protection. Invoke for divine protection at all times. We invoke for divine protection. We invoke for harmony and peace in our relationship. We invoke to neutralize the karmic ties between me and this person once and for all. Whatever karma, meaning whatever fights, whatever disagreements, whatever feuds we had in the past, either past relationship, the early relationships with this person, or past lives. Maybe you have one, two, or more past lives that up until now you have not resolved. So whatever karmic karmic debts, you have debts to pay off with each other. That's why this person is given to you to learn lessons. Karma is all about lessons being given to you to learn the lesson needed to learn so that you can be a better person, so you can go up in the ladder of spiritual growth. Whatever failures we had in the past, the of you, whatever failure I had with this person in the past, we humbly invoke for divine blessings to neutralize this in this lifetime. And I can have the best relationship. When you say the best relationship, if it's your ex-husband, it doesn't mean you want them back in your home. It's just it doesn't bother you anymore. It gives you freedom, gives you happiness, your happiness back. Okay? So we thank you for blessing our relationship with inner peace, with love, with forgiveness, with what do you call this? Like with just accepting each other and harmonizing and living in peace. That's the most important. We want peace in our lives. With peace, you're happy. You want more love, not hatred, not pain, not fights, not anger, not hatred. Love, unconditional love. Whatever this person is, he or she is learning his own lessons. He's learning in his own pace, in his own way. But we are here to learn our own lessons in our own, hopefully, faster pace than the other side. So that when you're learning, you're shifting, the other side will shift also faster. Thank you to my angel, to my guardian angel. Thank you to my spirit guide for guiding me on what to do whenever this person reacts, behaves ways that are hurting to me, that are paining me. Thank you for always being there to intercede between our arguments while I'm still in the process of learning. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now I want you to see this person and say, I see you in a different light now. I tried to forgive you last week and the other week. And although my pain, the agita in me had gone much less, I still have a lot to release. And today, I decided to let go of this big weight from me. I want to help you while I'm helping myself. So allow me to talk to you and let you know. I want you to tell the feelings you have towards this person one more time in less intensity than last week. You can even tell, I realize that why we're fighting is I now understand. You can start that way. I now understand. And say a statement why you understand, what you realize. And say, I found out that that is also my fault for instigating you to a fight. That I also enjoy the fighting, which is not right. That there's something in me that enjoys this drama in life. So I kept on blaming you, but I also have it. So I realized, I understand, I found out, or I discovered, and I want to confess to you that I now, whatever you want to confess, that you became an object of anger. It's really not about you, it's about myself as well. Being angry at myself, I put the anger on you, I put the blame on you, I have to find somebody to blame. Whatever you realize, okay, talk to this person. Feel free to express your realizations, your findings, your confessions, whatever it is. Your admiration, maybe I admire you for staying with me for all these years in spite of, because now you're realizing it's not only about him, And your suffering is also about you and his suffering also. So you also say, I admire you and I thank you for staying with me all these years, for putting up with me as well. Just say, now I can see it. I have a better understanding of the origination of our fight's house, how it began, how it started, how it developed, how it grew to this big, big squabble between us. And now I'm ready to make amends with you. But before we do that, I want you to go again to the third person. Go far, far, like in the sky, like on the plane, like you're on an airplane, you see yourself, two of you very small. And between the two is the big problem, cloud of problem, the big block between the two of you, which seems to be so big when you're right here on earth, but when you're up there, it's so tiny. Your problems are nothing. And now I want you to look at the other side. When you said, I realize, I now accept, I discover, well, whatever you mentioned before, I want you to see on the other side as when you're being honest, true to your own, accepting your own side, giving your findings, your discoveries, your realizations, your acceptance of whatever you're accepting, how he's taking that right now. You're talking to his soul, you're talking to the being, to the soul, which is the non combative. The personality, the body is the one that's fighting with you, but up there, you're just two souls. Look at the other side, like being grateful for expressing your emotions, being guilty when you said, I was hurt. My realization is this. You can even say, I realize I don't love you anymore. That's why I've been so mean to you. I realize there's no more love. Being honest. Some people are staying for the sake of staying, for the kids, for convenience, because there's no money if you separate. But now the other side is saying, thank you for your honesty. And what are his realizations when you express your emotions? Look at it from that side. See from the other side whom you looked as the perpetrator, the abuser, the mean one. Look at the good side. Look how smelting also when you were more sincere about your emotions, how he mellowed down, how he finds also his own weaknesses. And see if he's all saying, I'm sorry. Hear or see what he's telling you. It's not about you, it's about the other one. And then come back down to Mother Earth, be yourself again. Look at this person on a different angle. Say, I heard you. I saw you. Now I see you. I'm sorry. I didn't understand you before. Now I see where you're coming from. We're both hurt. We're both suffering. We're both not happy. We both are entangled to each other because of this anger. And see the other side, the other person's like agreeing. I am also suffering. Whether he saw the relationship like the way you did does not matter. He or she is also suffering. You are suffering also. He is in pain, you're in pain. So I want you to just stay this way in all your realizations, everything. And I want you to imagine an angel forgiveness above you, like between, like above, high, high above, looking down at both of you, blessing you. Since we're both hurt, since we're both angry and hurt and unhappy, feeling unloved, feeling rejected, I'm asking for forgiveness and I wish you only happiness, peace, joy. I wish you more love. Okay, while you're doing this, I want you to visualize the angel forgiveness, angel of love, blessing you with like huge wings, enclosing the two of you, blessing you with so much love, understanding, helping neutralize this relationship, helping neutralize whatever karma you need to pay off, and blessing you with so much peace, disintegrating that big boulder in front of you that's blocking your communication. Okay, just be receptive. The angel's gonna be blessing you, helping you, and while there, just before we will end, you will ask, what's the lesson that I still haven't learned? For the people who are still like 5 and 8, what lesson do I still need to find out? Maybe I was given one lesson last week. Maybe there's more that I need to learn from this relationship. You can ask that at the end, okay? So, but this time, I just want you to send, I love you. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I understand you now. I accept what happened to us. My wish for a relationship is, okay? And then while you're doing your wish, the angel's also blessing you. And just be still. Now, the last minute, I want you to visualize another angel behind you, blessing you with so much love, and another angel behind this person that you're forgiving, blessing this person also with so much love. Angel above, blessing both of you, but each of your angels blessing just you and the other person separately. Accept the love. It's only through love that you can easily forgive. If there's still remnants, that means you haven't totally forgiven. You need more, more, and more forgiveness until there's not even a remnant. Continue doing what you're doing, knowing that you are loved, that the angel's always there to support you, and the angel forgiveness above, blessing each one of you, the relationship, the big boulder blockage in front of both of you, so that it can reunite, not meaning physically in the same home, reunite meaning your souls are one again, can be happy again, can be free, freedom, happiness, peace, joy, love. And as we end, I want to say thank you to my dear angel, angel of forgiveness, angel of love who's behind you. And before we end, what's the lesson? I need to learn even more. If it's the same answer, that means this is what you need to learn. If it's another one, oh, I did not get that last time. Okay, thank you. What's this lesson? And again, say thank you for your blessings, dear God, my teacher, to all the spiritual helpers, to all the angelic beings. Thank you. Thank you for blessing my life. Thank you for blessing our souls. Thank you for blessing our relationships. In full faith, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, you can open your eyes now. This is not too heavy for you, okay? I slept again. Okay, it's okay. Even if you sleep, my words will go to your subconscious mind. It's still healing. Don't worry. Okay. No problem if you sleep. My voice is like soft or whatever. Okay. So anyway, I'll ask feedback from you next time, how you feel, what you saw, what words you heard, how how you reacted with this person. Oh, hi Andrea, missing you also. Haven't seen you for ages. Seems like ages. I know we saw each other in Puerto Rico. I don't know where else, retreat, and then gone. Hope you come to New York soon, okay? All right. So I hope that whatever 10 to 8 or 10 to 5, 8 to 4, now at least even two notches down, I'm so happy. Okay? Even two notches down. Feeling hungry, yes. Yes, your solar plexus is emptied out, but doesn't mean you fill it with food. You can do drinks, tea or something. Or I don't want you to get fat. Shivani, you're so sexy, okay? So, yes, if you release all of this, you're going to feel hungry. 10 to 1, yes, like it. Like it. Okay, very good. 10 to 1 is huge. All right. So keep on improving. We have one last chance next week. Okay. Hopefully, whoever said 4 could be 1. At least 1 or 2. I'm happy. Whoever is still in 10, or some of you just started now. So 10, even if I cut that in half to 5, I'm happy. Because after that, we're going to move to another section. Okay. All right. Thank you, Helen, and everybody. See you 11 o'clock for the coaching. Okay, Paula, nice to see you here. I know Christian was with you. I saw you posting. Okay, Facebook user, thank you. Love you. Also, Michael, Jordy, felt only peace. Very good. I love it. You have peace. Um, 10 to 3. Yes, thank you. So Melanie's first time, the 10 came to 3. Imagine if you do this every day. When you watch this video again, you can fast forward because I talked for 30 minutes and the meditation is the last 30 minutes. You don't have to undergo the whole lecture. Just move it forward, okay? So you only meditate 30 minutes. And then you can choose the other meditations as well, whatever is your favorite, whatever it takes to release all your weights, all this, like the whatever balls of fire that you're carrying. You don't need those. Okay. Okay. Good night. Good night. Good morning. Good evening. Good afternoon, wherever you are. Okay. Love, love, love. Love to all of you. Okay. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. See you next week.